welcome to Wealth Redefined. I'm your host, Michael Reynolds, certified financial planner and owner of Elevation Financial. Thanks for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the new year, 2026. And at the beginning of every year, I do my 3 words exercise, and that's what I'm going to share with you today. So before we get back in the swing of kind of regular educational content, I do like to share my 3 words. I've been doing this for many, many years. So here's kind of the gist if you're newer here. So as we enter a new year, it's pretty common for some of us to reflect, to set goals for the coming year, and this can take the form of resolutions, to-do lists, and other goal-setting activities. So while setting goals can work well for some people, it's not always effective for everyone. The pass-fail nature of goal setting, in which a person either succeeds in achieving goals or fails, can be ineffective for some people because it can create unnecessary pressure and can lead to a negative mindset. If a person feels that they've failed to achieve a goal, it might cause them to become discouraged. This happens to me. I get discouraged sometimes if I don't meet a goal on a certain deadline, and I just sort of shut down sometimes. And this can be especially true if you've set unrealistic or overly ambitious goals, or if maybe you experience setbacks or challenges along the way. Also, the pass-fail approach can be limiting because it doesn't allow for the possibility of growth or learning, which can be just as valuable, if not more valuable, than achieving a specific goal. So because of this, I've chosen to adopt an alternative approach to setting intentions for the new year. And for quite a while now, since 2015, in fact, I've implemented the 3 words exercise by Chris Brogan. So Chris Brogan is an author, a professional speaker, an influencer, a consultant, someone I followed for a long time. He's been around for a while and has a lot of good stuff in terms of business and life, just stuff to share. But he's very famous for his 3 words exercise. So if you Google 3 words Chris Brogan, you're pretty much guaranteed to find how to do it, who he is, how it works. I've linked to a video of his in the blog post version of this podcast episode, so you can actually see the video walkthrough of how he does it. But anyway, it's a great exercise. I am in love with it. I think it's fantastic. And here's how it works. Rather than setting goals, the 3 words exercise involves defining 3 words that align with your intentions, energy, and focus for that year. So Chris explains it this way. Quote, "My 3 words idea is simple. Choose 3 words, not 1, not 4, that will help guide your choices and actions day to day. Think of them as lighthouses. Should I say yes to this project? Well, does this align with my 3 words?" End quote. That's kind of his little blurb about how it works. And I found this method to be much more effective for me than setting goals. It removes the pass-fail factor and instead treats personal development as a journey and promotes continuous improvement regardless of specific outcomes or milestones. So in short, it's been a really powerful way to set myself up for success in the coming year. And I've noticed that this exercise has really helped me make progress in my personal and professional life. So before I share my words for 2026, I want to reflect briefly on my words for 2025. Last year, I chose the words elevate, present, and thrive as my words. So let's see how I did. All right, elevate. So I was on a mission to level up my skills in a lot of areas. I feel pretty solid in my ability to serve my clients, but I have a hunger for acquiring deep knowledge and the nuances of financial planning. I didn't learn any new credential or didn't earn any new credentials in 2025, but I did go much deeper into areas like tax and bookkeeping. And additionally, I launched a new set of resources for other financial advisors as well, which I'm pretty excited about. So I think I did pretty well in 2025 for this word. I did elevate my knowledge in many areas, so I think it's pretty solid. So check mark on that one. Present. I wanted to be more present in a lot of ways. I wanted to get better at putting my phone away and being in the moment with friends and family. And I think I did okay. I was able to focus a bit more on relationships, and I did manage to get my manage my distractions a bit better. So I still have some work to do, but it's definitely an improvement. I think I did okay there. All right, thrive. I don't feel like I really embraced this word in 2025. It was sort of business as usual. We didn't really travel as a family, so sort of meh. It was fine. I don't think I really leaned into that word. So the goal was to do more exciting things, travel more, do more adventures as a family. I mean, we were fine. We did fun stuff. We had a good year overall, but again, I don't think I really like embraced that word. So, meh. So overall, I was mostly happy with how well I stayed in alignment with my 3 words in 2025. Mostly happy in general. So again, 2025 wasn't perfect because life is not perfect, but I did maintain some integrity with my 3 words, and I'm pretty satisfied with how it turned out. All right. So what about 2026? The 3 words I have chosen for 2026 are vital, durable, and anchor. Again, vital, durable, and anchor. So let's start with vital. This word is selected as a bit of a continuation of the health and wellness theme I've used in previous years, but with a little bit of a twist. I do want to continue my focus on physical health and wellness, but also to combine it with a perspective on what's vital in my life, not just physical health, but spiritual and mental health, as well as vital relationships in my life. So again, I'm typically very focused on health and wellness in general, always a journey with me trying to get better and better and healthier in many ways. And vital is kind of another twist on adding that back for my intention for this year. Next word, durable. I've built lots and lots of systems and workflows in my professional life and some in my personal life as well. In fact, I'm pretty well known for being very experienced with processes and workflows. And this is my year to use those workflows to continue growing my business and to continue strengthening various aspects of my personal life as well. These systems I've built are very durable, and my goal is to avoid tweaking them too much and simply rely on my durable systems to run my life and my business. By avoiding too much change and too much tinkering with them, I can make progress with the systems I've already built. So this is sort of a guideline or a set of guardrails for me to stop changing things too much, stop tweaking. I have a tendency to just iterate all the time, which is good in some ways, but I also need to remember that my systems are very durable. My systems are solid. My processes are sound. If I follow them, I will make progress in life and business. And then finally, the word anchor. This is simply a word to keep me rooted in what's truly most important in my life, my family, my friends, and my faith. These are the anchors in my life. So that's more of just a guiding kind of star to keep me focused on those things that are anchors in my life. Not that I'm really deviating from them. It's just, I think it's important this year for me to focus on those things. So I love this exercise because it avoids the head trash that can result from the pass fail nature of goal setting. Don't get me wrong, there's time and a place for goal setting. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But for me, setting 3 words is much more effective when defining a theme for the entire year. I really love this method of approaching the new year, and I highly recommend learning more about it. You can get a full explanation and instructions from Chris Brogan's 3 words video. So again, if you Google Chris Brogan 3 words, go to the link in this podcast episode's blog post version, or just go to YouTube and type Chris Brogan 3 words, and I'm guarantee you'll find it there. So check out his video for deeper commentary and instructions, but that's kind of the overview of how I use it. So if you decide to define 3 words for yourself, I'd love to hear about it. Feel free to reach out to me, tell me the story behind your 3 words, and I'm here to support you any way I can. I'd love to hear about it. So feel free to send me a note. All right. And on that note, if you do want to reach out, you can find me on my website, which is elevationfinancial.com. And you can find me there. You can reach me through my website by sending me a form. You can book a free consultation online if you want to maybe learn more about working with me. And you can find me on pretty much any social platform as well. So, all right, here's to a good year. Thanks for joining me today. Have a great day. See you next time.